I don't know if I believe in ghosts, but there's something that's been happening in my house that I can't explain. It started about a month ago. I live alone in a small apartment, the kind with thin walls and creaky floors. It's the kind of place where every sound seems amplified, especially at night. I've never been the kind of person who gets spooked easily, but recently, I've started questioning everything I thought I knew. It all began with a feeling, something I couldn't shake off. I'd wake up in the middle of the night just for a second and feel watched, but there was never anyone there. At first, I thought it was just me being paranoid. Maybe I was stressed from work, or maybe the shadows were playing tricks on me. But as the nights went on, it got worse. One night I woke up again, but this time I saw it. It was standing by the window in my bedroom, just outside the faint light coming from the street lamp. I froze, too scared to move. At first I thought it was a shadow, something cast by the blinds. But then the shape shifted. I realized it wasn't the blinds or the light. It was a figure. A dark, almost featureless silhouette of a person, standing unnaturally still. I tried blinking it away, rubbing my eyes, but it didn't disappear. Instead, it just watched me. I could barely breathe, but somehow I managed to reach for my phone. I turned on the flashlight, and the beam illuminated the corner of the room. There was nothing there, just the usual mess, clothes, books, a pile of dishes I hadn't gotten around to washing. But that feeling, it lingered. The next few nights were the same. I'd wake up and feel its presence before I even opened my eyes, and when I did, I'd catch glimpses of it, always standing in the same spot, near the window. Sometimes I could hear it moving, a soft scrape of fabric against the floor. But when I looked, there was nothing. No footprints, no signs that it had ever been there. I tried to convince myself I was just dreaming, that maybe it was sleep paralysis or some kind of stress-induced hallucination. But the more it happened, the less I could deny it. Then, things took a darker turn. One night, I woke up to the sound of my bedroom door creaking open. It was subtle, but unmistakable. I was too scared to move, but I forced myself to peek over the blankets. The door was slowly opening, by itself. The only sound was the quiet squeak of the hinges. I didn't want to look, but I had to. My eyes were glued to the door, expecting to see something. But there was nothing there, just the empty hallway outside. I was shaking, drenched in sweat, but I told myself it was just my mind playing tricks. That's when I heard it. A whisper. A soft, raspy voice that seemed to come from right behind me, too close to be real. It was so quiet, I almost didn't catch it at first. But then it said my name. Get out! I couldn't move. I couldn't even breathe. I just lay there, frozen in place, waiting for something, anything, to happen. I wanted to scream, but my throat was completely dry. The door was still open. The room was still cold. And the figure, it was standing in the corner again. This time, though, it wasn't just standing there. It was moving toward me. I don't remember much after that. I think I must have passed out from fear, because the next thing I knew, it was morning. The figure was gone, and everything was just as it always was. But the feeling, that heavy, suffocating feeling of being watched, it never left. The whispers stopped for a while, but they came back a few nights ago. And the figure, I see it every time I wake up standing by the window, just out of reach of the light. But I've stopped running from it. Now, I just stare back, waiting for the inevitable. Last night, I woke up to another whisper, but this time, it wasn't just my name. It said, "You can't escape."